Incoming transmission.
Hello there, commanders of Planetfall universe. What have you uncovered today from the Star Union ruins? Before we get into this video, I wanna thank you all for watching my previous Planetfall videos. Wow, already 6,000 views. Here is 6,000 Cosmite for you guys. Planetfall is not going anywhere from this channel anytime soon. It is going to be one of the main titles and there is a lot of work in the production queue. If you just found this channel and you love playing Planetfall or you just bought a game, consider subscribing to Direfrost Lair, the #1 Planetfall news channel on YouTube and also the best place for the best theory and guide videos. Now onto some real Planetfall news. The first expansion for Planetfall has been announced at PDXcon 2019. It is called I have a hard time with this word. It is called Revelations, and today we're gonna go over what's new using the information we got from Lennart's speech at PDXcon and the official expansion website details. The first part of Lennart's speech is about how they came up to switch from fantasy to sci-fi and the approach they used in game design. It's really interesting and I recommend checking it out. After that, Lennart talked about the expansion, the new faction and gameplay mechanics. So basically, we have an ancient dynasty that came back from cryosleep to reclaim its position in the new world. The developers are taking the past and bringing it into the present state of the game. In Lennart's view, Planetfall will stay on exploring the past, because if you make progress in terms of the story now, the IP will not be what it should be. He compares this to Fallout games. The Fallout games take place in a post-apocalyptic world, a world ravaged with nuclear detonations. And if you start a new Fallout game, with the world cleaned off radiation and it's so lush, flourishing and full of life, then it's not Fallout anymore. So Planetfall will focus on discovering the past, awakening things from the past, such as factions, secret technologies, and I think it's a cool approach. The more this world is mysterious, the more you're hyped for rediscovery, and exploration will play a huge part from now on with the new questing mechanics. More about that in a couple of moments. So Planetfall Revelations will introduce a new secret tech called the Heritor. Using ancient Heritor technology will allow you to drain the essence of enemies, fueling the opportunity to use powerful abilities, create strong entropy weapons and summon new units. So we get a whole new secret tech tree and entropy is the new damage channel. Heritor sounds like it's inspired by necromancy for the essence draining abilities, and using it as fuel for powerful abilities sounds like there will be a lot of charge up or power up abilities. Something like the charge up from the assembly lighting rider. You click on charge up, you wait one turn and the ability will do a ton more damage on the next attack. I only hope the new units are not as fragile as the lightning rider. Getting him close to unleash the attack can be painful sometimes. Anomalous sites mechanic. This will allow us to explore 30+ mysterious sites, filled with traps, no not those traps, ruin traps, and powerful enemies to reap unique rewards and uncover great secrets, with unique choices based on each faction, race or secret technology. Players can combine multiple sites to create endlessly different combat instances and turn each site into landmark to gain the bonuses for resources and your colony. Wow, so this is a huge step up in empire building. This sounds like it's encouraging the exploration of ruins, and I suppose they're going to be one stack only dungeons, where the adjacent hex rule does not apply. I talked about this in my previous video where I had the prediction about the new expansion called Aquafall, which is a cringy name done on purpose, but go check it out. It's a mechanic from previous Age of Wonders games, which had a lot of sites for such exploration. The enemies guarding it provided a real challenge and the rewards were epic. But there's something new here, namely the choices based on faction, race and secret tech combination. This will eliminate repetitive empire building choices and provide more diversity, and with that probably a deeper tactical combat experience. I assume for units, this means unique mods, bonus abilities and traits. Threats to your empire. There's gonna be two new types of marauders, the Reapers and the Pig Mutants. The Reapers are robotic assassins created a long time ago to destroy those who are friendly to the Heritor cause, but now hunt all who walk the planet. Equally deadly are the Megasov and the Piglets, bioengineered wildlife gone rabid after the fall of the Star Union, which will devour anything in sight. Somebody mentioned on Discord they saw how the Megasaw has a unique class marker called Mutant, which means we might also see more mutants in the future, and also mods and skills that may apply buffs or debuffs to mutant units. Additional campaign missions. Revelations will also provide 2 new campaigns that span across 10+ hours, in which we can experience the awakening of the Aztec dynasty and the rise of the Heritor descendants. Players can join this ancient religious faction by choosing it as a secret technology, and use their power to establish a new mystical empire. This reminds me of the old Azracs from Age of Wonders 1, but it's also got that Frostling vibe because of all the cryosleep. From the trailer we also had a glimpse at some of the new units. I like the visual identity of the Forgotten, it's so awesome, the color palette is amazing and it looks unlike anything we've seen yet in this game. These guys were in slumber for a long time. Here we have the Eater of the Dead, a twisted Heritor construct. It's a tier 4 unit and it looks like it's got a lot of immunities and resistances. I don't know if this is inherent or if this unit was buffed due to some upgrades through the new gameplay mechanics. It doesn't look leveled in ranks and it's got 4 armor and 2 shields, which is great for base stats. It's got 3 abilities. I assume Essence Crush is the primary single target attack, and Essence Slam is an area of effect, either one time or repeating bombardment attack. Punishment is probably something that inflicts a debuff or perhaps something involving devourment of low tier units. The Heritor Siphoner, another unit with the Aztec Essence Siphon ability. From the looks it appears to be a specialist unit, but the icon says Skirmisher. No apparent resistance bonuses or weaknesses. It's also got a new defense mode type called Essence Harvest. That is pretty interesting. And it has some sort of devotion ability, which is not an attack but something defensive or supportive. For a tier 2 unit, the Siphoner has low health, only 35, like a scout unit, but the armor and shields are decent. Here we have a preview of a new site that can be explored and turned into a landmark. It's a Dwarf Forge city. It is an anomalous site with a difficulty hard, and if you can see here it says progress step 2 out of 4, which means there's more to be done until it turns into a landmark, I guess. And the options are destroy the gate with 50% chance, I guess. The second option is to pay the gate's due 100%, which takes 2 turns and 20 cosmite, or you can leave for now. Here is a new summon unit, looks like a black jackal. I guess this is summoned through the Heritor operations, and there is also some covert operation being cast to haunt the colony in order to reduce the colonist happiness. I find this floating pylon structure / unit interesting, and I really love how well these teal azure colors go with the dark metal of the Forgotten Ones. Revelations is out November 19th and it costs 15 euros for the peasant version of the game. Or if you have the season pass, you can download it at the date of release. I can't wait to get my hands on exploring these ruins. I do hope there will be some sort of dev diaries before the release date. And until we meet again on the frontier, in some ancient Heritor ruin, you all have a great Planetfall. Heretics. End of transmission.